welcome to the Planetary poll for the week of June 3rd, 2015, and we are just getting over AwesomeCon.
It was a long weekend, that's for sure. You must be super tired.
But I'm happy.
Yeah,
I'm happy. I had a
really
ball.
fun.
I had a ball. Did you go all 3 days, or which days?
No, I was busy, unfortunately, so I could only go on Sunday when I saw you there. So it was fun. I was only there, but I got to see a whole bunch of famous people.
Yeah.
See a lot of great costumes, and I saw all your pictures, so I felt like I was there.
Yeah, it was an excellent experience, and I have to say the highest point of the show was actually seeing two cosplay friends of mine getting engaged.
Yeah,
and we were a small part of that, but you know, big shout out to Amanda and Patrick for getting ready to take that next step. So it was just really, really great. So.
And you got a picture taken with Shatner and George Takei and a whole bunch of other people. I saw the Doctor Who people.
Yes.
So it was fun. It was very cool.
I got a chance to meet Sean Astin as well.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Can I tell you about that picture?
What?
He looked like he's terrified standing between the two of you. This is two great big people in superhero costumes, and there's just little old me who looks a little scared.
Looks like a hobbit. It was hilarious. I saw it later. I said, "Why didn't he smile?"
He looked a little scared. I don't know who these people are, but they could kill me if they wanted to.
Everybody can say, "It looks like somebody's about to arrest him and take him away." I was like, I don't know. But actually, the coolest part though was John Rhys Davies was sitting next to him, and we asked him to do a Treebeard voice, and he did it. Just look at the tiny little superheroes. They fly through the force. And that made my show.
That's cool.
That really made my show. So yeah, and they really did improve upon it. I mean, it's rare that you can get something that grows that quickly and knows how to utilize all that space.
Yeah, the ticketing was so smooth and no problems, and everybody could just walk in, get tickets, and get in the show. So
yeah,
it was very cool.
that was
they got
really,
that all worked out.
That was really a big improvement, and even like some of the like most shows you go to, there's like a bottleneck somewhere. The way everything was spaced, it was like those were few and far in between. If you wanted to get from one side, like okay, these are the vendors and the retailers, and I want to get to the media area, just go straight through, or you could just find a way around, and everything was so easy to find. Everybody was friendly. The volunteers, big ups to the Groot squad.
Ton of volunteers.
Oh my
very
God,
helpful.
Yeah, I really enjoyed myself, and those guys, I can't believe in 3 years they've improved the show in some places that I've seen 10 to 15-year-old shows still fall down at.
No, they're definitely growing and everyone gets better, and they keep fixing any problems they have every time. It's great.
So big ups to them. So I'm going to hit these comic book here.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a ton of good ones. There's a ton of good ones this week. So It's impressive. It really is.
So we're going to start off. I'm going to start with my singular DC pick for the week, which was Batman Beyond #1. Very good issue with Tim Drake going into the future and trying to figure out whether or not this was the future he was supposed to go to. And things are not looking so well. And there's a point where he meets Superman of the future, and it's not quite the Superman you were expecting in a prison camp. In a sense, you could almost kind of say this feels like a futuristic Iron Man book, but not quite. Definitely has its own DC fingerprints all over it. Good art, by the way. I definitely recommend this pick for tomorrow, or today. Next up is group #1. And I'm going to be honest with you guys this week. I wasn't too happy with the end product. I love the art, but when I read the synopsis for the original story, the synopsis was supposed to be Groot going off on his own, and we didn't quite get that. And I felt like, okay, we already have that with the Rocket Raccoon, because my thought was when I read the synopsis is, how is Groot going to hold up in his own book? And I'm in the middle, because there were actually two saving points, and the saving point was #1, Groot and Rocket Raccoon hitching a ride with a ship full of Skrulls looking like Archie. And after they get booted out of that spaceship, they somehow wind up on a planet very similar to Krypton as it's blowing up, and they steal Kal-El's ship. Those were two fun points, and I think those are the only 2 points that kind of saved it, but I'm really curious to see where they're going to go with the next one, to see if Groot really does go off on his own and how well he can hold up the book. Next up is Amazing Spider-Man #1, Renew Your Vows, one of the Battle World books. very, very good, very interesting book, and this really feels like a very serious what if, because as you know, as far as we know with what Marvel's doing with a lot of these Battle World books, they're giving us stories that we would not have seen before. This particular issue, you really get to see what happens when Spider-Man has to realize, hey, it's more than just me going out and doing stuff. I'm a family man, I'm a father, I'm a husband, and if he's willing to do whatever it takes. So when you check this book out, pay attention to the fight between him and Venom and see how it ends up, and it's totally unexpected. Totally unexpected. Next up, Secret Wars number 3. And I know a lot of people out there, you know, they were very happy about the first one, kind of had a question mark about the second one, but when you read this third one, you really start to see how things are starting to come together. You're starting to understand the role that Doctor Strange is playing in these books. We also find out where some of the other heroes in the other ship wound up. Pay attention very closely to the Spider and the Magician. Next up is my last 2 picks for this week, because they go hand in hand, Star Wars and Darth Vader. Hopefully everyone is still on this crazy train here, because both of these books go hand in hand. We get to see Luke Skywalker go up against Boba Fett. Very interesting conversation inside of Ben Kenobi's hut, and we get to find out what it is that Luke Skywalker was going after, and see if it's a piece of the puzzle that he really needs. Darth Vader, we get to find out really how expendable Vader is and what kind of cog in the machine he plays with the Emperor. And when you see what happens here and how the ending here fits in with the ending here, you feel like you're seeing 2 different scenes and how they all come together. So those are my picks for this week. Let's talk about some other books that are coming out tomorrow. There's a lot of good stuff. You have Little Marvel, Avengers vs. X-Men. Very fun book by Scotty Young. You have Years of Futures Past number 1 that's dropping tomorrow. Action Comics number 41, Superman Becomes Human. The Dark Side War Begins in Justice League 41. The House of Hem by Fred Embrek. Very good book. Masters of Kung Fu from Battle World as well. DC's Batmite number 1. All New X-Men number 41, and Dynamite Comics Justice Inc. So make sure you check out these and more titles that are coming to your local comic shops tomorrow. Don't forget to check out Big Planet on the internet at www.bigplanet.com. Catch them on Facebook, catch them on Twitter. Don't forget you can find me at popcultureuncovered.com. You can follow me on Twitter at PCUncovered, and also on Facebook. So guys, have a good week. Summer's starting to heat up. Also, we have the DC Capital Con coming in a couple of weeks. When I have more information, I'll tell you all about it. Other than that, see you guys next week.